I was hired on the spot at Tim Hortons.
I was hired at Wendy's.
I was hired at Walmart.
Minimum wage. I was 18, making money for travel.
I was 18, making money for school.
I was 16, making spending money.
Assembly line service. I was just a cog in the machine. Beige uniform, hairnet, plastic smile.
I left my name at the door. New employee, I had to forget my personality. Colorless, only smiles.
I packed lowest priced items in bags sealed with a
Smile. Just another faceless coffee pouring robot, double doubles, Timbits, iced cappuccinos.
Not human, no name, no identity. Cooking for the long line of people waiting for fast food.
told to work hard to serve customers in their pursuit to buy more, save more, and live better. Or so the smiley face says.
Customer service.
Next, please.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
How can I help you?
Students working full-time jobs.
Part-time jobs.
10 hours.
20 hours a week.
To pay tuition fees.
That keep increasing.
This work keeps us occupied.
Keeps us from thinking.
About how we fit into the system.
Keeps us from resisting.
Because our feet hurt from standing.
For 8 hours.
And our teeth hurt from smiling.
For 8 hours.
And our brains are numb from repeating,
How can I help you? Our brains are turned off, tuned out, where I'm unaware that in
1872 Toronto.
The Toronto Typographical Union went on strike for a
58-hour
work week.
I'm unaware that in
1873 Ottawa.
Parliament passed the Trade Union Act, and soon all unions demanded a
54-hour
work week.
I'm unaware that the
8-hour.
Workday was born on
It was born in May 1st, 1886, Chicago.
general strike in the USA.
100,000.
Workers walked off their jobs. It was the U.S. Haymarket Riot of 1886. Words engraved on the Haymarket Monument say, "The day will come when our silence will be more powerful than the voices you are throttling today."
Than the voices you are throttling today. And we try to raise our voices.
And we're told,
You're young, you have no experience. That's the way the world works.
You assume that because I'm young, I don't know my
I don't
rights.
know my rights.
I don't
I'm
have
not going to
my
ask questions.
rights.
I don't have
never
a
ask
voice. I'm not going to
questions.
demand
don't
benefits.
demand
I don't know my
benefits.
rights.
And
I don't
you
know my voice.
have the power. Because I need this job. So I'm pleasant, so I'll take extra shifts, work overtime with no extra pay, because this paycheck is rent, because these tips are food.
and I'm unaware that in
May 1919, the Winnipeg General Strike.
30,000.
Workers walked off their jobs.
and I'm unaware that
The union movement has built the right to fair wages
safe working conditions.
Compensation for injury.
and equitable labor relations.
And maybe you're my manager, but you don't manage my body. I am not your property. I am not your baby. I am not your sweetie. My words will bite when I say these unwelcome remarks, these unfunny jokes, this uninvited advances, this unnecessary physical contact is sexual harassment in the workplace.
I'm unaware that in a
1998,
Case of sexual harassment.
the judge ruled that no female should be called upon to defend her dignity or to resist or turn away from unwanted approaches or comments which are gender or sexually oriented. It is an abuse of power for a supervisor to condone or participate in such conduct. So tell us why.
If I have the right to equal pay for equal work, tell me, why do men still make less than men?
women, you mean?
Women make less than men.
That's right, and we need to close this gender pay gap, this gender pay trap. Because Canadian women still make just 72 cents to the man's dollar, even those who work in university positions. Now tell me, where's the equity in that?
From a restaurant window, I refill drinks and clean tables and smile and serve.
And I work and I watch, unsure of my place. In a struggle I assume not to be mine.
I work and I watch Sheila from Kitchener, who works 10 hours a day with minimum pay to support her 3-year-old daughter.
I work and I watch Maria from the Philippines and Carlos from Colombia, who are the real reason customers keep coming back to this coffee shop. They whisper to me about unfair wages and unfair hours and overtime without extra pay. But they will never complain to our boss, and they stay at this job. Who am I to say anything?
I work and I watch Roberto with an engineering degree from Cuba. But in Canada, he works in the kitchen. Sweat trails down his cheeks while he chases trails of success, which trail off when he mails money home to family.
How can we be allies
To migrant workers
temporary workers,
Non-status workers.
who might be exploited,
injured on the job,
Voiceless, invisible.
who are not here to stay? They may only want paychecks to send home to families in Jamaica, Thailand, Guatemala.
I mean, is it better here?
And how can I ask if their rights are protected
Respected
without assuming
or imposing?
my ideas or ideals onto them?
When some say that this undermines the power of action, that
Organization needs to come from the workers themselves.
And I feel guilty as a Canadian for allowing this racism, this treatment of people as products, not for basic needs, but for profit and greed, in my own backyard.
And I feel guilty as a Mexican for ignoring my own people, pretending it is not my fight.
And when the focus is on boom and bust, the economic recession becomes a recession on human rights.
And I see workers from around the world working around this city, and working in the basements, the taxi cabs, the greenhouses, factories,
back
the
rooms,
underground economy of this place.
And it took almost 6 years for my dad to have a job where he got recognized for his skills, abilities, dignity, and work. I mean, it's hard to find a job being an immigrant with a past homeland away from the Caucasian world. Even with master degrees,
Speaking English
is not enough. I mean, if you have an accent, a foreign name in your resume, it's a reason not to hire you.
There always seems to be something more. Did I not get the job because of my name?
For my gender?
Or how I look.
Visible minority?
I mean, wait. Did I get a job to fulfill this diversity quota?
Or was this just a coincidence?
Seems that this stratification, this racialization of labor, this color coding, it's nothing new in this country, where the undesirable work has long been done by the undesirables.
Yeah.
Railway built by Chinese labor,
Uranium mined by indigenous labor?
Canadian children raised by Filipina nannies,
Vancouver SkyTrain built by Latino workers, construction workers from Costa Rica, Colombia,
Ecuador, they pay $5 an hour to make Vancouver beautiful. Or tar sands built up by temporary foreign workers imported like products from China, the Philippines, Mexico. Wait, if this tomato was grown in a greenhouse nearby but the labor was imported from Mexico, would it still locally grown?
If corporations globalize, if workers globalize as well.
I mean, it's free trade, fair trade, when the best products are exported and the bad ones are staying with like the families in Mexico. I mean, fair trade is supposed to be good, so we don't ask questions.
We don't ask any questions, no. And we don't know what to ask because we don't know what's going on, right?
Yeah, we're uninformed, just one worker, not in your picture, invisible, unaware.
World leaders? Whose world do you represent? You think we're innocent, ignorant, don't know, don't care? You think we're unaware? But really, this
secrecy, this G20, G8, if this was truly a democracy, there would be a way for us to participate.
These backroom meetings with $1 billion security backdrop for one city.
One city.
All to safeguard secrecy. These tactless scare tactics that ensure that the people are kept in check and
in their place. Wait, we are the energy of this economy. The
tomatoes on your table, the t-shirt on your back, the coffee in your cup, the burger in your mouth,
your Summit City. If Tim Hortons,
Wendy's,
Walmart can be supported by our communities,
why can't poetry?
Poetry
is the power of the people, and the power of the people won't stop. Poetry is the power of the people, and the power of the people won't stop. What if we gathered the poets of the world, the Poetry 20 and the Poetry 8,
and we fill the streets of Toronto
with the beats
and the words
and the hearts of the people
and the poets of the world,
converged in conversations and powered by imagination? We will plant seeds of awareness,
roots underground,
and they will grow grow and become a mighty rose.
And the rose will sing.
No que no, sí que sí, ya volvimos a salir. No que no, sí que sí, ya volvimos a salir. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.